Hey folks, Casey Dimon here, TaxSaleAcademy.com. Today we're talking about investing in tax sale properties in small towns. Now for the sake of this video, we don't really need to get too technical, and we can define a small town as just a town that's not that well known outside of that region. Now these are usually going to be your rural towns with just a little bit of industry, usually farming or something along those lines. Now the truth is, during my career, I've invested and made more money in these small town type properties than I have in large, well-known cities. Certain small towns, well, they can be gold mines. The primary benefit is this: small towns equal small budgets. This means that advertising tax sale auctions is virtually non-existent in these towns, as are site visits, pictures, surveys, and lots of other helpful information that larger cities can afford to provide and that we as tax sale investors just find so dang convenient. Let's face it, when the photos and all sorts of other information is provided by the large cities, it's extremely convenient to us. It makes our lives so much easier when it comes to the research stage. But guess what? There are a lot of people out there that know how easy it is too, and they are also attracted to these auctions because of that sole reason. There's a lot of lazy investors out there. With that said, most small counties will give you a legal description and tell you to go research it yourself, figure everything out that you want to know. Instead of being aggravated with these types of properties and how much extra effort that they seem to require, they should actually excite us. As a tax sale investor, you should undoubtedly know how to research tax sale properties, and you should be very, very confident in your research abilities, and you should be excited when you see that no property information is provided, because it will undoubtedly mean less competition at those tax sale auctions. Another benefit is that by the very definition of small towns, they don't tend to attract a lot of people. Understand that large, well-known cities will draw groves of buyers, where small towns just don't attract that many people. No one gets online and looks for small town USA just so they can go to their tax sale auction. It's just not popular. Of course, besides the fact that you'll usually need to research everything about the property yourself, there are a few other minor hurdles that you still must overcome. Budgets usually don't allow online auctions in a lot of these places, so plan on showing up in person. The selection could be very small, and the properties could even be a little bit difficult to sell. So keep all this in mind when you're purchasing these properties. I'm going to end this video with a quick little story. A few years back, I remember driving through countless farms with not much more than cows on both sides of the roads. It seemed as if I was driving through the middle of nowhere for like 10 hours. Before I find myself in a charming little city, which was my destination that day. I found the courthouse on Main Street. I walked into the auction room and I found a seat. Then I began to wonder if I was even in the right room. It was myself, one older woman, and one county employee that was handling the auction. No one else ever even showed up. 2 buyers. That's it. Needless to say, I was able to purchase as much property as I wanted to that day. So that illustrates what happens in some of these small towns. The lesson behind this video is to never discount or write off a town just because it's small. Small towns could be big profits if you strategize correctly. That's it for today, folks. For more information on tax sale investing, head on over to TaxSaleAcademy.com and browse through all of the information that we have available for you. Again, the website is TaxSaleAcademy.com. Take care, folks. Bye-bye.